Alright, let's dive into something that's got the rugby world buzzing right now. Imagine this: a young player, fresh off leading his U20 team, gets the call up to the senior squad for a high-stakes match against Argentina. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening with Spencer Huntley, the USA U20 captain. But here's the thing: this isn't just a feel-good story. It's a strategic move that speaks volumes about where USA Rugby is headed, especially with the 2027 Rugby World Cup on the horizon. What makes this really interesting is the timing. Huntley's call-up comes just 14 months before the World Cup, and it's not just about rewarding his standout performances at the Junior World Championship. Personally, I think this is USA Rugby sending a message. They're serious about developing young talent and integrating them into the senior setup early. It's a bold move, especially when you consider the pressure of facing Argentina, a team known for their physicality and tactical prowess. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. USA Rugby is in a unique position. They've had a strong start in the World Rugby Nations Cup, going 3-0 against teams like Portugal, Zimbabwe, and Spain, all World Cup qualifiers. But here's the catch: they've also got a list of 25 players unavailable due to injury. That's a massive challenge, but it's also an opportunity. By bringing in someone like Huntley, they're not just filling a spot, they're investing in the future. One thing that immediately stands out is the personal connections between the USA and Argentina teams. Coach Scott Lawrence mentioned the respect and relationships they share, which adds a layer of depth to this match. It's not just about winning or losing, it's about growth, both individually and as a program. From my perspective, this is where rugby differs from other sports. The camaraderie and mutual respect, even between rivals, is something special. But let's not forget the stakes here. This is the first time in over a decade that USA Rugby is returning to Florida, and the history between these two teams is tight. Since 2016, they've faced each other 4 times, with 1 win each and 2 draws. That's as close as it gets. What this really suggests is that this match isn't just a friendly, it's a litmus test for both teams as they build toward 2027. A detail I find fascinating is the squad composition. Alongside Huntley, you've got experienced players like Jason Damm, but also a mix of club representatives from teams like the Chicago Hounds, California Legion, and Seattle Seawolves. This blend of youth and experience is deliberate. USA Rugby is clearly trying to create a cohesive unit that can compete at the highest level. If you take a step back and think about it, this is part of a larger trend in rugby. Teams are increasingly focusing on long-term development, especially with the World Cup cycle in mind. What many people don't realize is that these early matches are where the foundation is laid. It's not just about the result, it's about the lessons learned, the bonds formed, and the confidence built. This raises a deeper question: can USA Rugby make a real impact in 2027? Personally, I think they're on the right track. By giving players like Huntley a chance now, they're not just preparing for the World Cup, they're building a culture of ambition and resilience. And that, in my opinion, is what's going to set them apart. So, as we look ahead to the August 15th clash at Inter Miami Stadium, I'm not just excited to see how Huntley performs. I'm eager to see how this entire squad comes together, how they handle the pressure, and what it tells us about their potential on the global stage. Because let's be honest, rugby is more than just a game, it's a story, and this chapter is shaping up to be a fascinating one. What do you think? Is USA Rugby making the right moves, or is this too much too soon? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're as obsessed with rugby as I am. Cheers!